What's up, YouTube? What's up, Discord? A little bit of a recap, okay, video here, but also what you guys missed on YouTube today. So we're going to talk about a recap from Map 11, what you missed, and kind of the goals and purpose of, I think, my channel going forward. That what they've always been, but I want to emphasize and sort of re-emphasize some of those goals and maybe narrow them down into like a specific target, which call me crazy, but I'd like to see everyone who watches my channel and everyone who's in the Discord make $1 million by 2029, the end of 2029. So when Mark Carney is up for re-election and when Donald Trump is done, I want to see all of you guys have $1 million. Okay, and I'm gonna recap the trades from the last 2 weeks almost that have been on the Discord and on the YouTube, right? Which were Starbucks, win, 100% win, Palantir, 100% win, Reddit, 100% win, Upstart, 100% win, AppLovin, 100% win, Webull twice, 100% and 100% win, and finally today, the Trade Desk. Tomorrow that'll be a 100% win. So AppLovin today was 100%, and the Trade Desk tomorrow will be 100%. Now a little bit of an asterisk on that AppLovin because it's when it first opened in the morning, the call options that we sold hadn't actually, like, the values were still what they were the day before, which is odd because we sold 55 and 65 and $70 out of the money. So when it didn't go there, they should have immediately fell, but it took a while to fall. So I want to take only like 40 or 50% because I'm busy finding trades for all of you. So I can't be totally focused on what's going on here. I did re-enter a few times throughout the day to regain much of that capital. But I basically goofed, I guess you could say, because I basically could have just left them open, done my research, and not worried about it. Because, like, again, we were nowhere near that. There was really no risk by tomorrow of it going anywhere near 405 and 425. But, for transparency's sake, I'll just show, I was primed to make 900. I made, or 800 something, and I made 429. So half of what I was supposed to make, I made, unfortunately. But the goal that I've been talking about in the videos for the last few days is around 400 a day is kind of what we want to make, right? And that would be 100K a year. I've based on these results we've had the last 2 weeks, I think it's safe to say, we can say that as like a baseline or minimum, and I'm looking to do 1,000 a day, give or take. Right? Yesterday it was 1,300. So that was Upstart, and then like a couple of swing trades. But the Upstart paid beautifully. And if you're like new to the channel, I don't think I get many new viewers, but let's say you are new to the channel. I'm just loading my channel right here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the videos. Just, again, they're in order, really. Upstart, overnight, right? Upstart. So I did a video of what we're going to play, and then I followed up. We made money. Palantir, right? Palantir should, what we're doing, I don't think it's going to stay up, and it fell, right? We can show you Palantir, right? Right? Earnings was 130, and it fell to 105. we killed that one. We destroyed it. We did not lose any money, and since we didn't hold the whole week, we closed out because it was 98% returns. We didn't have to worry about it coming back up to 120, which to me is utter insanity to come up and over 200 EMA like that on a company that's trading at 630 PE. But mental cases will be mental cases. So yeah, by all means, invest in that if you're long on that. We're bringing back the insane asylums, I heard. So, anyways, here's Reddit. What was this one? Starbucks, Reddit, Starbucks, all the ones I said. Literally all of the. Looks like I forgot we were in IBM. I just totally forgot. Because it's been nothing but wins. It's been all wins. All of these videos, it's all wins. And I'm even showing you I'm showing you the profits. By all means, we can go into, what did I do with my Discord? Did I just close it? Yeah, here we go. You can go into the gains and you can see, I haven't posted every single one of them, but I know the other day I posted so here's mine, right? Closed profits, 1,382. That was that Upstart? I believe that was Upstart, right? That was yesterday. It must have been AppLovin? AppLovin and Upstart. Fuck, I can't even keep track, guys. That's not the point of this video. I don't even care. I'm showing you real profits, but I'm giving you the videos, or have been, for free before any of this even occurred. The Discord's been getting it nonstop before it's ever occurred. So today's that YouTube, because I told you in the last video, I'm going to be scaling back on the YouTube videos once again, because I had before, right? And then I came back because the Discord's been fine. We haven't had an influx of members or an outflux. It's just been the same. 1 second, I gotta let this dog in. Okay, so yeah, the Discord hasn't had an influx or outflow of people. Let me, I'm actually going to remove this like, comment, share real quick. No, that's not it. This one? Okay, yeah, take that off so you can see a little bit more of the screen. The point of YouTube videos, guys, is literally onefold. It's so the creators can make money. That's let's just be real. That's the point of YouTube. We want ad revenue from YouTube itself, or we want to drive traffic into our business. So some people, they sell you a course. Other people, they will link the products that they're talking about in the description and comments, and then they will get a kickback when you go and buy those products. Maybe it's their own product, or maybe in my case, it's a Discord service, right? Which is only $19.99. Now, you would think that an individual who is providing win after 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 win in a 2-week period, and those are just the ones I've shared on YouTube. Those are not what we're talking about in the Discord. We're talking about multiple stocks, intraday trades, scalps on 3 white knights, scalps on low RSI bouncing to the upside, Google going to 148 yesterday and coming back to 155, calling the bottom, allowing you to double your money on the way up. Stuff like that you're not getting in YouTube. Starbucks, Palantir, Reddit, Starbucks, Webull, Palantir, Upstart, Webull, AppLovin. You got all of those for free here. Do you know how many memberships I got from YouTube in the last 2 weeks? 0. I did not get one. I had 2 return people, so people that had left, they came back. I had 2 of those. I get that a lot. It's odd. People leave and then they come back, and then I had 2 people that said they followed me. One said they followed me for years. My channel's been around for about 4 years. Did not join. And another guy who said, I've been killing it lately and he's been following me lately. He was going to join. Didn't join. So the point of these videos is to get you information, show you there's a value that I can provide it, and you reciprocate by actually joining. I am telling you guys right now, everyone in my Discord, it's going to be my personal goal to help them get $400 a day to $1,000 a day. I'm going to find the nuggets. I'm calling these the golden nuggets. In the past, I basically referred to them as free money plays, free money call-outs, because they were virtually free money. That's what these have been. Okay, I've kind of changed it. It's the same, pretty much the same concept, but I'm not going to be providing that to YouTube going forward here. There's no point. I showed what I make on a YouTube video. I made like $2. Let me get this up here. I made like $2 on a video the other day. Like we're forget about wages, like slave labor wages. We're not even scratching the surface on there. Let me go into a video. Let's see. So my estimated revenue for the month is $60, but of that, I have like people actually have memberships. The videos, all I'm making on the videos is $21. Here you go. This is perfect. So I've never done the YouTube for the money. Because there's no money on a small channel, guys. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist. This is full transparency for you guys. So when you go to a channel that has 45, 50,000 views and all they do is tell you to sign up for their course, they're making $1,000 a video as well on top of it. Hundreds, if not $1,000 or more on their videos. A guy like me who, per 1,000 views, I make $11.86. So I guess it's saying for 5 videos, I had around 2,000 views, something like that. And then some pay more than others. Palantir, being one of the more traded stocks, paid more. Okay, I can't keep providing extreme value while getting nothing in return. There's no benefit to me, right? I don't do these videos for me. I don't need to tell myself stuff I'm already telling other people. It's for you guys. So if you want to get in on this, I'm telling you now, basically sign up for the Discord, because these videos, I will still drop them, right? I need to keep my channel active. I'll drop them, but it is not going to be like it's been for the last 2 weeks, where it's been video after video after video before the play happens, and then recapping it. Pure profits. Before the play happens, pure profit. Before it happens, pure profit, right? The app loving guys from last night, you had a under 4% chance that play was going to somehow go against you. It's a stock market. There was always going to be risk, but we're talking like most stocks, you're facing extreme levels of risk. 60, 70, 80, 90% risk. You could potentially lose your money in options. On physical stock, it's obviously not so bad, but it depends. If you find you're in a company and then why don't we look at United Health? If you find you're in United Health, okay? This is April 16th. This is 3 weeks. $595 today, $385. You're trying to tell me buying and holding stock isn't a risk? This company is insane. It makes over $100 billion. Okay, that's like 10 GameStops. It just makes that in money, and it still managed to fall from 594 to 385. 385 divided 594. It has fallen 35% in 3 weeks. About 12% a week, almost. 12, 24, 36. So almost 12% a week. You would be crushed if you had 15, 20,000 invested in this, because it's not a cheap stock. So I mean, even 100 shares. What's 100 shares at it's $59,000 times 594, 81, 59 grand, and now you have 38,000 from 59,000. Call it 39. You lost 20K. 20K in 3 weeks. What I've been providing you is ways to make money extremely safely. And that's what I'm going to continue to provide in my Discord. Now let's talk about the trade desk. So there is an inherent problem with my channel. I'm often talking about stocks that other people aren't talking about. People are talking about Palantir. That's why my Palantir video did well. People were talking about Reddit. No one is talking about Starbucks. And you can tell because when you go to create a video and you do like a hashtag, right? Maybe I can even show this. Give me 1 second. When you do a hashtag, it'll tell you. Let's see if it'll show here. This is a video I already uploaded. Yeah. So see, hashtag crypto. Cryptocurrency, 2.5 million videos with that tag. Crypto, 4.7 million. Let's change this to S-Bucks. 2,000 videos. Crypto. Oops, I spelled crypto wrong. Crypto. 4.7 million. And if I want to talk about Starbucks, no one's talking about it. But I can make you $475 overnight to talk about it with virtually no risk. How the hell am I going to reach anybody? The only way is word of mouth, and you guys are sharing my content, and you're in the Discord. So it's unfortunately for me, the content and value I'm providing. Let's try the trade desk. I doubt anyone's talking about it. TTD. So it's 479,000, but I'm telling you, this is not the trade desk. This is something else. I don't know what the acronym might mean. Let's just Google TTD and see what it says. Official website of something. Terrarium, triple, devastatum. I don't know what the hell that is. Google is telling. I'm telling you right now, there's no way TTD is that popular because it's an advertising company. Like, no one's talking about that shit. They're talking about TTD3, which I don't know what that is. Is that a game? What is that? TTT Roblox. Okay, Roblox. So that makes sense. Roblox is like an extremely popular kids game. Extremely popular. Roblox, the company, Roblox earnings is massive, right? It's a $70 stock. They're making 1 billion revenue. So the TTD that I want to talk about is the trade desk. No one talking about that shit. So to do a video for you on the trade desk where you're going to wake up tomorrow to $800 profit, it's pointless. No one's going to see it. Upstart. Let's go with Upstart. 2,500 videos on all of YouTube. Crypto is 4.5 million. Upstart's 2.5. Starbucks is 2. TTD is none. I'm telling you right now, none. Weeble, Bull might show up because that's like a common stock term. Bull, 767,000. So Weeble might have got some traction. AppLovin. Apple, 2.5 million. App, 585,000. AppLovin, 1.1 thousand. Upstart, 2,500. Weeble, 23,000. Starbucks, 270. So you know what I'm saying? It really, really depends on the trade desk. Zero. None at all. Zero. That's not a hashtag YouTube recognizes. Trade desk, also not a hashtag. So it's totally pointless. I'm going to do TTD because it's going to, but I might get a bunch of Roblox people and then they just click off the video. So it's going to fuck up my metrics as well because there's no point in doing any of it. So what's the point? How can I put content on the channel to help you? You need to be in the Discord at this point. Is it literally what I'm trying to explain to you and show to you? And if you're even still here, I want to talk to you about the trade desk. The alert I put out. This is the alert that you did not get on YouTube today because I said I'm going to cut back. There's no point. It's a waste of my energy and time. Yet here I am. Okay? I put it in the video. I said at 8:45 a.m., which is 10:45 Eastern. Now this dog wants to leave. She can't make up her mind. 1 second. All right. And by the way, this is how you will make your 400 to 1,000 a day, which should scale up over 4 years because you're going to be having an increasingly larger account. You'll have more money to play with. You'll have more ways, more options to do this, more ways to do this, more capital to do this. Okay? So 10:45. Hopefully you can see this clear. I mean, I could try to zoom. 10:45. Let's get rid of this. Right? Here's the golden nugget. The trade desk. Massive move down. Buyer stepped in to pick it up. Could move up to the gap. Selling in capitals. I can't be any more clear for you people. In capitals, selling puts on it. 49 strike would be minus 15%. I'm highlighting you the high very recently, February. Massive gap down, middle of February, all the way to 43. It's been in an uptrend, so that's got momentum going for it. It's been in an uptrend. It was about to break the 48 EMA. This gap lines up exactly with 86.66, or give or take. Let's just call it 85 even, because this is kind of a downtrend. One more day, 2 more days, right? 85. This is all by design, guys. This is all a computer program. They don't care about your feelings or your sentiment or any of that shit. It's all by design. Red Bull, feel free to sponsor me. I swore you guys off, and I've been drinking you lately, so. Fizzy medicine. Anyways, 85 bucks. Where are we at today? After hours, $71. 58 when I alerted, or was it even lower at the time? 58 when the alert went out. 58. It's 71. It retraced back to support. It's likely holding this and moving higher tomorrow. Barring any crazy news on the markets, irrelevant. It's a win for us tomorrow because we played earnings, and there's what's called implied volatility that gets thrown into the earnings. Being a seller of options, not a buyer, is one of the best ways to make money that way. Being a buyer is one of the best ways to become, like, to get lifetime wealth, to change your life. If you get in a play and it goes crazy, or has a real bad day, like we've seen FedEx earnings 90,000% on the puts, where the next day the puts were up 90,000%. That means 1K into 90K, 10K into $900,000. We've seen this multiple times. This is not something new. All the people in GameStop, AMC, sitting around waiting for MOASs, MMTLP goofs who couldn't sell, who couldn't fucking take 1L, move on with the capital that they had. It's caused you severe opportunity cost because there's been play after play after play. I don't know if there's a little company out there, guys. It's just a teeny company called Google. It's part of this small niche group called the Mag 7. It's one of these largest 7 companies on the entire world on the New York Stock Exchange. Yesterday, the puts were up over 5,000%. I could go into great detail. It's irrelevant at this point. That's 1K into $50,000. It happened intraday. You could have banked on it. I missed it entirely. I'm trying to find golden nuggets for people on YouTube that don't even bother to come in the Discord, because I'm trying to be consistent. And if I can get one person and change one person's life for my $20 a month, I guess it's worth it in the end, because I'm sincerely trying to help people. I'm not trying to pad my own pockets with $300 to $500 to $600 courses, charging $1 a day for watch lists that I post for free. Here's your watch list. I posted all the watch lists in the market mover section today, and every day I have a section, market movers, before the market opens. I post it 45 minutes before. You have everything, telling you what to watch, pulling my personal watch lists. They're in there too. Then 10 minutes to open. Oftentimes I'm doing it throughout the day, but today I told everybody I did not sleep. I'm going to bed. It doesn't matter. We won thousands of dollars, and I'm going to bed. Where's Jog? Is Jog in here? Jog. Yeah. App Lovin'. $3,081 profit. Now, if you can see that, I believe you can. It's above my head. Who the hell is playing App Lovin', guys? Do you even know what it is? We do. Banked. Okay, and he's not the only one. Not everybody's going to share if they win or lose. So anyways, this was the play. Trade desk. I posted some analyst information. Look at the price targets on this thing. $92. The stock was 58 with a 52-week low. Just, you can see extremely strong support off of 200 EMA. This thing was not going below 56.92. Right here is 56.92. It was not going to go below that. Okay. I could have sold based on that information. Okay. I could have sold 55 dollar puts. Let's look at the strikes. We'll look at the strikes. Oh, sorry, what am I talking about? TTD, sorry. Could have sold $55 strikes, which would have paid $2.28. They would have paid more than that. I remember these were like, the 58s were like $5. So by the end of the day, they had already lost 32%. Just with like a $2 move, they lost 35%. But the risk is great. The risk is just too much, right? Just because I don't think there's any way it's going to do that doesn't mean they don't crater. It's an advertising company. They could have said, people aren't buying our advertisements anymore. They've gone elsewhere. Or we saw a decline because people are trying to save on capital expenditures. Advertising is one of those. I wanted to make sure we were close to this number. This 52-week low, right? So we came in. What did I say to my people, right? I said, this is the nugget. Showed them some info. These are the strikes I sold. Giving myself downside protection, even if I think it's going up. That's exactly what I just said to you. They're expected to have some segments of their revenue fall and not go up. So that was the sort of risk management. Advertisement company, it's not the greatest, but blah, 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 blah. This is what I went with. 47, 46, 45, and 44. Why it shows like this, I don't know. I banged out all three of those. Okay, and I think I did adjust that because by the end of the day, this was like I said, they were down 35%. So I think I just closed those. You took the 47 risk right off the table, meaning like this stock would have had to have fallen to its 52-week low from $58 for you to even, not even to lose money, but to be at risk of having to buy the stock because we sold puts. So you don't lose money. You just have to buy the stock. 46 was my strike, divide 58, right? That gave us 21% downside protection. The stock would have had to have fallen 21%. On average, it moved about 15% recently, okay? And I said, Affirm is pretty similar if you're looking for another one. It's not the same. Affirm was 55 at the time, or 54 at the time, and the 46 was paying 56 cents. So it's actually paying better than the trade desk because the trade desk was 58, $4 higher, and this was $4 less. So it's like gave you a second nugget option to play if you wanted. It's actually just, I want to see what they did. Yeah, they got smoked, so that would have been bad. Did not play it firm. Didn't play it. So irrelevant to us, but look, it was 55 and it crashed to 49. Crashed all the way to 47, really. We stuck with our guns. We stuck with what I provided. Mentioned the app 11. Showed you guys that the app 11 was full-blown money. When you see red and you sold, that means that's what someone else lost. That's what you made. You made that overnight. Okay? Did I do any more on app 11s? We were talking about the stocks pumping because of the situation with the UK, the Boeing planes were getting bought by UK for $1 billion worth. GM calls were going up to 1,000%. Okay, so I didn't alert any further than that. I just let people know this was the nugget because everybody in the Discord already knew this is what I'm doing. I told them in multiple messages, tagging at everyone. I'm going to be providing you guys. I'm going to be doing my best, asterisks, to provide you guys a golden nugget win every fucking day. No one else is doing this. I'm telling you. I know it. I've tried other Discords way in the past. Not recent. I've never tried a Discord since having my own. I watch way less other people. I just don't. It's pointless because they never helped me get anywhere. They never helped me make any money. I'm the real deal. I don't care if that sounds arrogant, cocky. I just think that's confidence, and I think that's the truth. I'm the real deal. I'm helping people. I'm providing you exactly what to do. If you want to mimic me or learn to do it yourself, I'm teaching people as well how to do it. I'm teaching them. You would look at the options chain, okay? You would look at this chain. You would go to 40. Let's go to all strikes. It's all math. All this is basic math. If I'm selling 46s that are calls or puts, if I'm selling 46s, and what did we get? We got 38 cents, okay? We got 38 cents. So we got 38.88 divided by, so what we got for it divided by the strike price, $46. That is less than 1% return. That's fairly priced. If you see something in there and it's like 6.6, or sorry, 0.06, that's 6%. And that was like Carvana, right? I believe that was Carvana. I think they were pretty bad, right? 5, let's just go with this for now. I mean, it's down. It was $6.60, so let's go with that. $6.60, because that's what it was going into earnings, right? That's what it lost in the day, was $1.50. So $6.60 divided 285. So it's 2.3%. Ours was like less than 1. That's 2.3. That's not that bad. But I believe, if you went down even closer to the money at the time, because it gained $26, so it was 260. 260 at the money was 880. So 25.30 minus 880. So this is what they were yesterday. Yesterday, the 660s were 1650 divided by 260. They were 6.3%. That's exactly what I said. In my mind, I said it like 6%. 6.3%. The option cost you 6% of the whole stock. So if that were to fall, you're screwed. It went up. You made $8.80 per share. Sorry, per share for the contract of 100 shares, right? 880, you made 53% overnight. That's awesome. You made 53%. Okay, you had to gamble and risk quite a bit. My app loving people, right? At our strikes that we were selling, which were 400 plus, 405 and 425, you made 93%. You made 94%. You made 90%. Okay? 90 to 94% is what you made doing it my way at an extreme level of risk. Okay? The stock was 298, right? It wasn't even 300. 298 divide 425. The stock would have had to have gone up over 30% for you to have to buy stock. That's it. You wouldn't really be losing money. You just have to buy stock so that it gets called away. Okay? That's another beautiful part of what I'm teaching here. So let's finish up with the trade desk tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow, it's going to be a monster win. We'll be able to close first thing in the morning, right? I had 24 contracts. I was going to have over 50 contracts, but I thought, fuck, you better not. I was just super confident in this, but I scaled back. Before I logged off, I sold 10. I had like 10 extra of this. I was going to do 50. And they were at 47 and 48 and 49. I sold those. So here's how many I have. 24. It's going to be a 98% win. I'm going to close them for 2 cents. I'm going to put in the order right now, in fact, in case I want to sleep in. I'm going to close. I don't even need to pay 2 cents. I can probably pay 1. I can probably just leave it. That's right. Because tomorrow's Friday. You can leave this and just let it close for 100% gains by the end of the day. but that's your capital is tied up if you leave it open. Your capital will be tied up, so you will, well, I would assume your capital is tied up. I mean, like that's a lot of capital. $24, $24, 24 contracts is 2,400 shares. The average is 45 there, so I mean that's $108,000 capital. It's a 30% or 40% capital margin, so it's really that's 108 times 0.4. So it's like 44 grand that is being tied up right now. 43 grand being tied up, right? I want to be able to potentially enter something else, find a new nugget. So I'm just gonna, I don't care. I like to close it out so that the capital is readily available. I'm okay paying 15, so it's gonna cost me, if I get it, if I do 1 cent, it's gonna cost me $6 commission and $8 to close. 1 penny times 800. If I do 2 cents, it'll be 16. So it'll be $24. I'm probably gonna have to do 2 cents. 24 bucks to close that out times my 3 different strikes. So I'm gonna wind up paying $72 to close my positions. So that's $72 profit I won't get, but I'll have access to the money tomorrow if I want. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know if I want to give up 72 bucks. Fuck it. That's a lot of money now that I think about it. Like I can. Like we'll see if I can find something, I'll do that. But if I can't find something, I'm not going to bother doing it. There's no point. It's blown out. I'm at 46, this fucker's at 67 to 70. Like there's literally no downside here. I'm going to either pay the money to close or I'm just going to keep 72 extra bucks. So maybe I won't. You talked me out of it, guys. You talked me out of it. Thank you. 72 bucks, I can buy steak dinner, and if I want to buy some shit for, a new video game or something on the weekend, I can. Some Red Bulls and some lotto tickets. You always gotta throw something there and see what happens. I was literally this close to winning $3.5 million with the Edmonton Oilers lotto the other day. They sold over 30 million tickets. My ticket number was 1,400 away from the winning ticket. Like the 50-50. I was reading the numbers one by one because it's like 10 numbers, like C 0 6 1 2, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, and I get all the way 6 numbers in, and then I was 1,400 off. I was like, oh, I was like a 2, and it was like a 1 or fucking, I don't know. It's good to dream. I like to dream. I fully expect I'm just throwing that money away, but it's nice to dream. Anyways, this is going to be a free money win tomorrow. I'm excited. The people in the Discord had it. I'm sure some played because they know like this guy's been fired lately. I've been sending plays to some of my premium members. I'm not really getting the feedback there I was expecting, but I mean I definitely could have grown some of their accounts significantly over the last 2 weeks. So, some of them are playing it, and I know a lot of them are silent. There are a lot of silent people in there, which is hard to manage because you don't really know, like, is this resonating? Are these people getting it? Are they capitalizing on what you're offering them? And that's what I want to see. So again, going forward, the goal of my channel, the goal of my Discord, the goal of this channel is to help you make 400 to 1,000 bucks a day. And over 4 years, there's 252 trading days. If we can get you at 1,000 a day over 4 years, that's $1 million. And I'm sincerely going to attempt to help you do this. Okay. That's kind of my commitment here. But it's going to require you to be in my Discord. There's no way I can do this for you through YouTube. It just doesn't work. It's not going to, again, I showed you how can I reach you? You might be subscribed to 200 channels, for fuck's sakes. Maybe one day I'm at the top and then you don't see me for 2 or 3 months. You need to be in the Discord at this point. There's no other alternative. So you can ask yourself, do I want to make, let's just go with the low end, which I believe is 100K a year. 400 times 252. Do I want to make 100,000 a year for 4 years? 400K. Okay, and it's going to cost me $20 a month. It's going to cost me $240 a year For 4 years, it's for 4 years to make my $400,000. It's going to cost me $960 divided by 1,008 days. It's gonna like 95 cents a day, but if you count weekends, it's 50 cents a day. It's gonna cost me 50 cents a day to make 400,000. And on the top end, because he's showing me that he made 1,300 yesterday, he was set up for 900 today, and I only took 475, but that's my own fault. Set up for 900 today. We're set up for 800 tomorrow. We're well over this $400. I just like the idea of, say, 100K a year or $1 million, right? After 4 years. It's numbers. It's 400 a day is 100K. So it's going to cost you 50 cents a day, guys. And if you're premium, it'll cost you $1 a day. Oh my God, $1 a day to make 100K to $1 million. Straight up. 1,000 a day, 252 trading days, 250,000 a year, 4 years, $1 million. Okay, once we get you to that million, you can go and you can put that into a fund that's paying you 3 to 5% a year for life. That's what we call funded for eternity. Okay, funded for eternity. 30K extra, even at the low end, right at 3%, so times 0.3%, 30,000 a year, 12 months. That's an extra $2,500 a month in your pocket for life. Obviously, inflation is going to make that less valuable over time, but it's kind of irrelevant because it's not going to make that negligible. 2,500 today, in 10 years it'll be worth 2,000. In 20 years it'll be worth 1,500. You're funded for eternity. I don't know how many years you have on you, but I probably don't have 20 years on me. I'm 40, and I think I'm going to be one of those people I croak when I'm like in my 50s. I kind of know. It just seems that way. I seem to be aging pretty rapidly. I was good until my 20s, and then I'm in a fucking steep decline here. But it's fine. Whatever. We don't all get to be 100. We don't all get to be Warren Buffett. But bless his soul, he's for a guy with his kind of money, he's led a pretty low key lifestyle. So, $2,500 a month, guys, like that should easily pay your property taxes if your house is paid off, your heating, electricity. It should pay for your basic necessities, and then you obviously over and above this, I would imagine, have earned revenue from your job, or like you have your own retirement account. In Canada, you'll have old age security, you'll have a Canadian pension plan, right? So that should supplement you another, $2,500 a month. You'll be sitting very comfortably because your bills will be minimal. You won't have a mortgage. You probably won't have a car payment unless you buy a new car. You won't have a lot of things. You'll have some more medical bills, but at the end of the day, you should be set, right? And if we can make you 400 a day, will that retire you? I don't necessarily know, but it's something I'm comfortable. It's like a goal I'm comfortable setting that I think is achievable. Like, because on the low end, we had a day that was like 350, and then we had a day that was 425. So 350 plus 425, the average is like 390. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be giving you something that's realistic. 400 a day is fucking realistic, guys. It really is. And then I want to give us a goal that is not something you should bank on. We shouldn't bank on getting 1,000 a day, at least not to start, until that account is really growing for you. Something that is achievable, not necessarily guaranteed. None of this is a guarantee, for starters. I'm not fucking here offering anyone guarantees. This is not financial advice or whatever, but and you're not paying me to guarantee you returns. I'm just saying, like, it's achievable. 400 is high probability. 1,000, 50%, 50-50, maybe only 25% probability, right? There might be days, guys, where I can't find the nugget. We don't make any money that day. Guess what we're not doing? We're not going to lose money that day. We're not just going to play something to play something and lose money. I've always told people, one of the best pieces of investment advice I fucking had to learn the hard way, but I can pass on to you. Okay? Don't force trading. That's when you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have bad entries, bad exits. You're going to take bigger losses than you normally would. You're probably going to set yourself up to take a loss. You're going to make a rational decision. Don't force a trade. Number 2, saving money is more valuable than making money. And I've said this a million times, guys. If you have $100, well, if you have $1, we're just going to stick to real simple numbers. If you have $1, to get to $2, you have to make 100% profit. 100%. To double your money. To lose the dollar that you made, to lose the 100%, pretend it's 200,000, right? To go back to 100,000 from 200,000, you don't have to lose 100%. You only have to lose 50%. 200,000, right? $100,000 times 100%, so times 2, 200,000 times 50% loss, lose half, you're back to 100K, right? Losing money is twice as more valuable than making money. So let's do our absolute best to prevent any losses for you, okay? We want to, at our worst days, should be a day where we simply didn't make money. We didn't make money that day, guys. That's a bad day for us. A bad day is not watching United Health. We're in United Health and it goes from fucking $6. How about Moderna? How about everybody that said, oh, the things they're doing with their mRNA technologies, this is going to be the forefront of the leading the globe in they're going to cure cancer. They're curing cancer. One, you're a tool. No one's curing cancer because it's the most profitable fucking disease on planet Earth. There's no money in curing cancer. They're not going to cure fucking cancer. Good luck. They're going to murder or off anyone who actually has the cancer cure and bury that shit. Just like Ford, I believe, buried EV technology in the 50s. Only now to be embracing it. The fucking $10 junk stock with a shit company that makes shit vehicles that are fucking plastic death boxes, and their electronics are all shit. The company was a pillar of American history, Ford Motors, and now it's a piece of shit dumpster fire. And well deserved, because they buried a technology that could have changed the face of humanity fucking 60 years ago. But anyways, Moderna's gonna cure cancer. $12 pre-COVID. COVID hits. The fucker rips to $66. It's up 600%. Did it stop? Nope. 150. It's up 1,500%. 500. And then what happened? Pure bloods were like, you're fucking insane. There's not even a disease. You just renamed the flu, guys. Like, no one believes your shit. I'm not taking your fucking experimental jabs. And over time, the whole world caught on. Fuck your jabs. We don't care. Their technology must be a scam. Because even if COVID went away, how the fuck? Sorry to swear, but I literally despise Pfizer and Moderna. Pfizer killed my dog with their fucking vaccine. She died 3 months after getting a vaccine. That's not a coincidence. She was only 9. That's fucking the vaccine killed her ass. Moderna, the love of my life. Fuck you, Pfizer. Go fucking burn in hell. And then you had that company that got everybody addicted to Oxycontin, like a massive fucking scam. They're just crooked fucks. We would probably have a cure for cancer if they weren't crooked pieces of shit. And then you got UNH profiting off of that as well, right? It's all one big fucking scam industry. I don't like biotech. Thank God for Tylenol, but everything else, go fuck yourself. So, anyways, we go all we're fuck guys. It's $20. It's 24. Is it a buy now? Fuck no. It could go all the way. Look at the MACD is about to. You can't even see it because it's behind my head, but the MACD is still crossing to the downside. It's not even getting any bullish momentum here at all. Oh, stop that. MACD crossing to the downside. Fuck. Oh, what you could do is play it safe and sell some puts because it's so beaten. But I mean, they don't pay anything. So let's go to next week. Let's go 30 strikes. $24. We like to be it safe. We want to get 25% out of the money. $18 strike. Like, look, you're getting nothing. You're getting you're not getting 8 cents. No one bought and sold this. There was no change. You know, you're above is 4 and below is 4. You're getting maybe $4 on a $8 on a $18 on 1800. You're getting 4. There's no money on this chain. Even the options gamblers don't see much, if any, value in this shit co. Right? Even if we said, okay, well, I guess let's lower that risk to 15%. 2441 times 0.85. It's about $21. You're going to get 12 cents. You could have got 22 cents today, but it fell even further. So you're going to get 12 cents, guys, on 21 bucks. You're going to get a half of a percent weekly return. So annualized, that's not bad. Annualized, you will make 29.8% or 29.7%. If you were able to do this week after week for 52 weeks, you would make 29%. So if you invested $10,000 into these strikes, you'd make $2,971 in a year. Okay, it's not bad. It's a lot of work for a little bit of a reward, not much reward. And again, this thing could go all the way back to $11. It's pre-COVID level. If it does this, I mean, it's already going to be happening. They're going to be diluting shareholders like a mother. They have to, because how else are they going to pay all their bills and shit? I can tell you, they probably rapidly expanded when they thought that they were the next, $1 trillion company, and then now they're not. So this is what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to, holding stocks. My point is, holding stocks is not a guarantee of profit. You can, for every NVIDIA, there's 100 Modernas. There's one of my favorite ones to look at. What's that stupid bike company? What are they called? God, now I can't even remember. What the hell are those bikes called? Peloton. There we go. Peloton. Huh. I thought they were going to change the face of exercise, even though everybody and their mother had a exercise bike in the 70s and 80s. You want to get in before COVID at 25, ride it to 172. It falls to 120, so you're a champ. You buy the dip. Buy the dip, baby. LFG. Rocket emojis. It's to the moon. Oh shit. Oh shit. It fell to 90. Well, that's a triple bottom. It wasn't. It was a double bottom. It definitely wasn't a triple. Buy the dip. Buy average down, baby. Average. Oh my god. Oh my god. A gap down from 90 to 50. Surely. This is a falling knife, but I should be able to buy the dip here at $50 psychological. I'll just average again. I'll average in again. What choice do I have now? I bought it at 120, and then I bought it at, and I didn't buy it. Fucking, are you kidding me? I'm literally making fun of it when I go like, it's fucking exercise bikes with tablets on them. Who's paying $3,000 for that plus a monthly subscription? This is the dumbest company I've ever heard of. Like, how they managed to convince anybody to buy it, my sister bought one, is insane. But she bought it, at a big discount, so whatever. Okay, gap down to 50. All right, I've averaged down my average. My average, it was 120 plus 90 plus 50, divide 3. My average is 87 bucks. Oh my God, I needed to go from 50 to 87. I needed to go up 73% just to break even. And what happened to them? What happened to the people that they thought they were doing it right? They got destroyed. It's $6 guys, and I wouldn't be shocked if they get bought out. It hit 2. It hit 2, and by the grace of God, it pumped to 10. I don't know how. I would have never. I don't care. I wouldn't touch this even still. Someone's going to buy it out, or it's just going to become bankrupt over time. There's no. I don't think there's much, if any, value here. Holding stocks is not. I don't think that you're going to see. I don't like. I don't know if that's the way the world works anymore. It might have been. It might have been for 20 years. Holding Apple from 1 or 2 or 3 years. Maybe you didn't buy Apple till the iPhone 3. You're still rich. You're rich today. But now we're on Apple 25. And they're not innovating. They're not doing much. They've got some AI coming. I don't know. But to think that you're going to have Apple at 200 a share with multiple stock splits, like 6 stock splits, like a 1 share today is like 1,000 Apple shares from when it first came out. Like, it's not even close. Okay, you just split the pie into 1,000 pies. Okay, to think you're going to go from 200 to the equivalent would be like $1 million a share. It's not going to go from 200 to $1 million. You know, like it was like going from 1 to 200. It's just, this is not going to happen. Okay. What you need to be doing probably is learning how to be a day trader, or at least manage your portfolio a couple times a week. A couple times a week, still going to get you there. It's going to give you leaps and bounds. It's going to make you leaps and bounds ahead of everybody. But to be able to do that successfully, you need to know how to not only be a buyer, you need to know how to be a seller. And that's what I explained in my last video. We right now, because we are, I'm fully aware. When I say we, I would expect the people in my Discord are understanding in this matter. I've been reiterating this. We're in a seller's market here. The sellers are the ones winning, right? When you see options chains that are double red on both sides, like Carvana, the seller is the winner. The seller sold puts, he made 80%. The seller sold calls, he made 25 to 65%. The seller is the winner. The app loving. Mm-hmm. The seller won here. Both sides got fucked. The seller won. The person selling you the option made all the money. The person said, I think it's going to go down. They got smoked for 90%. And the person said, I think it's going to go up quite a bit. They still got smoked for 40%. They got smoked on both ends. Now, I know the guy in my Discord, Jog, he made 3K on this, only buying calls. But this was by the end of the day when the options traders realized this thing was pretty much has ran. It's pretty much done, and they started sort of slowly bringing it down. It eroded all the implied volatility, because now you only have Friday. You only have one more option day to expiry, right? So that's something to consider. Option expiry dates. Some people, they buy leaps. They buy a year out. How are you going to predict a year out anymore in 2025? How are you going to predict with Trump and with Carney and with what's going on around the world and all the issues facing the world, and India versus Pakistan, Ukraine versus Russia, China versus Hong Kong, or not Hong Kong, yeah, Hong Kong, China, Taiwan and China. Sorry, it's like they don't recognize Taiwan and they want Taiwan back to the motherland and all this shit. Alberta and Canada, natives versus Alberta. Never in my life would have ever imagined that native peoples in Alberta would be desperately clinging to stay part of Canada, apparently a country and a people that they hate. They've only ever liked us when we've given them billions of dollars so that we could build fucking roads and, get resources. Other than that, I'm pretty sure they hate the white man. I literally worked in a camp up north, and that's how they referred to us, the white man. Like, I saw like some community letter and shit, and it was like, oh, the white man will be coming to help us. I was like, what the fuck? Can you imagine being like, oh, the N words or the Mexicans? Like, I don't, I just, it felt so weird and so racist. And we were like going to help them because they had a big forest fires and shit. And it was so weird. They didn't want us there, but they just accepted us because we were helping them. And then of course, like the hatred runs thick there because they really feel like this is their land and we came and we took it. Alberta's like trying to leave and they don't want any part of it. They're throwing the shit on the ground, calling it trash because they think the money will run dry if we leave. I'm just saying we're in a period right now of really some pretty crazy global instability, and even it's hitting home too, right? America's still divided. America's been divided for 12 years. Trump, Biden, Trump. Totally divided down there. Canada's been divided for 14 years. Liberal, 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 liberal. And it's going to be divided for another 4. Liberal. No conservatives. So, it's globally, it's going crazy. You go to the UK, people are getting arrested for tweets for 3 years. So what do we got to do? We got to learn how to trade at least a couple times a week or daily for short-term contracts with extremely low risk tolerances. Again, the trade desk risk was 15%, or what was it actually? So we did 46, it was 58. 46 divided 58. That's one. Yeah, so it's a 21% risk profile. And all these other trades I mentioned before, they were like 30 to 40% risk profile. Like risk tolerances, sorry. We want to keep that as low as possible so that you can grow your account, exponential growth, right? I don't know if you guys have ever used an exponential growth calculator. I highly recommend it. I also recommend looking at a loss calculator, right? So actually, let me pull that up for you real quick because that is definitely something you want. So I go in my resources section, and we're gonna find that chart. You need to memorize this chart, okay? Or download it. I'll put it on the screen. You can take a screenshot. Let's find it. I mean, the resources section is pretty stacked. It's got quite a bit of information for you. Oh, come on. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, you need to memorize this, okay? I'm telling you right now. Let's see if the full thing's... Yeah, the full thing is showing. So this is a gain required to make up for a loss. This is what I was saying before, right? If you got a 10% loss, it's fine. Take the loss. It's only going to take you 11% to get it back. If you got a 20% loss, it's tough. It's going to take you a 25% gain to get 20% loss, which in itself is 25% more than you lost because 20%, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, right? So if it's going to take you 25, that's another 5. So that's 20%, 25% more. This is how math works. It is exponential, right? A 30% loss is going to be really starting to get extremely difficult. And at the point of that 50% loss, that's what I was telling you, $1 to $2, $2 to $1, it's going to take you 100% to cover that 50%. So when you're in a trade and it's going against you, do yourself a favor. GTFO. GTFO. Get the F out. Do yourself a favor. Find a new trade. Find a profitable trade. Don't keep holding and maintaining that loss and thinking it's somehow... You obviously guessed wrong, and it's going to turn, and it's already turned on you. You were wrong. Accept you were wrong and move on. And I used to be one of these guys who would take an 80% loss. I'm not perfect because I have a channel. I'm not perfect because I'm telling you what I think you should do. I'm explaining it because I've been there and it's happened. And I understand how terrible of a mindset that was. I'll average. It'll turn around. No, it won't fucking turn around. You'll just lose your money to a douchebag you've never met in a suit somewhere who's selling you the bullshit that you're buying. Okay? That's all it was. Okay? You're not coming back. You're not coming back most times from even a 50% position loss. Right? Like the critical loss percentage these days, I would say is like 20. Because I told you that it looks pretty. It's fucking hard to come back from 20% loss because you need to make 25% more money just to break even, right? 25%. And the point of no return, it's like 40%. Take that L, log off, get off for the day, and come back another day, refreshed, recharged, slept, new mindset. Avoid that stock. Don't even go back to that stock. Get away from that stock. Leave it alone. Right? It's like me with Apple. I'm done with it, and Nvidia. I'm just done with those two stocks. I don't care if Nvidia is pumping or dumping. I don't want anything to do with it because I can't seem to get it right. I just learned. I'm not getting it right. Doesn't matter, up or down. And it's the same with Apple. 16 quarters of shit returns. So I said they finally have to be better, right? Because clearly they've been downtrodden for 3 years. Sorry, 12 quarters. They've been downtrodden for 3 years. The analysts must be on point with their revisions finally and know what to expect. Nope, still didn't make it. Still didn't beat last earnings. Fucking stock fell. Back up again, but it fell. I'm done. And those are the lessons you personally are going to have to learn yourself. Live and learn. Memorize this chart. And then what was I going to say? Totally was going to say two things, and I just went with the one. I don't even know. Whatever it was, minimize the losses. Minimize the losses by learning how to be a seller and not just a buyer, because not every market is a buyer's market. The last 2 years was totally a buyer's market. Not to say sellers weren't making bank. Imagine selling puts on Nvidia while it just kept going up and up and up and up because of people like me said it eventually has to come down, and then you buy puts on it going into earnings, then it doubles, then you lose 92% overnight. You just lose 92%. Imagine having the sense to say, you know what? I don't want to buy any puts. I understand I'm going to make less money. I'm going to sell calls. I'm going to sell calls because that's bearish. I'm going to sell calls, right? I would have been required to buy stock, but I would have had that opportunity to enter and buy stock versus just lose money and wake up without that money the next day. That's what being the seller gives you the power to do. It gives you the power to sort of manage a loss. If the position starts to go against you, you can simply buy the stock. You can, if you want, you can close the position, lose the money on the premium, right? You'll lose your premium, maybe even lose a little bit of money out of pocket. But the losses shouldn't be astronomical doing it this way. They should be very managed because we're giving ourselves 20 to up high as 40% downside protection. The Apple oven was 36 to 40%, and the Upstart, I believe, was 30 to 34% downside protection. So again, you two people, if you found this information, although I droned on and on and on and on and on, I think like every word I said was of value. It had value. And if you think it did, comment below. Join the Discord. It will be pinned in the comments and pinned in the description. It's going to take you to upgrade.chat/freefromitall. Okay? Oh, the exponential growth calculator. We'll do that in 1 second. Upgrade.chat. Free from it all exclusive. Okay, it's going to take you here. You are going to sign up for monthly or premium. I don't really know. This. Don't worry about the group learn, and to pay what you want, adjustable tip. Some people tip me. I get tipped all the time. It's been infrequent, but I should say over the life of the Discord, I've had them. So anyway, but just disregard it. Doesn't matter. Premium membership or monthly membership. Premium, you can DM me directly. It's a lot more one-on-one, and I do the weekend classes, which this group learn. That gives you 1 day access, but it's included with premium. So we're gonna, we're live streaming just a private group of people. Okay, it's a private live stream. I'm screen sharing, and we're discussing everything you personally need help with. I pay my flight instructor $80 an hour. On average, those courses are 3 and 4 hours long on the weekends, and they're included in my monthly price, which my monthly price is $69 divide on average 30.5 days, because some days have 30 months, others have 31 days. Some months have 30 and some months have 31, so it's 30.5 on average. I'm getting $2.26 a day. And when I do a day, So if you didn't use my Discord at all, because that includes Discord access, if you didn't use it at all, and all you did was come and see me on the one weekend day, that's your 69, and it's 4 hours. That's $20 an hour or 15. 20 to 15 to 20 now. The fucking value is there. I'm telling you right now. I paid my instructor $150 yesterday for 2 hours and a few minutes, of ground instruction, not even in the air or anything. Shit I literally watched myself on YouTube before I even went, because I had to come prepared. So it's I don't even know what I'm paying for at this point. Why am I paying that when I'm being told to learn it myself? And then we're just going to talk and you're going to make sure I learned it, and then bill me to make sure I learned it? It doesn't make sense. Give me a test. Just give me a test. And if I pass the test, I don't have to pay you $150. And if I fail the test, you can teach me for $150. But I digress. The aviation industry, the pricing is insane right now. Get in the Discord. We're going to help you get there. And I've laid it out for you. The goal, 400 a day, 1,000, 400 to 1,000 a day for 4 years. And why 4 years? Because the president will be done in 4 years, and Mark Carney will be up for election. Canada will be having an election 2 in 4 years. And there's what's called a 2030 global agenda. That would be 5 years from now. It would be 4 years and 7 months. 2030 agenda is going to change everything. 24/7 trading is going to change everything. And I don't know if we make it 4 years before we get 24/7 trading. We might get that this year or next. Okay, we get that. It's going to be a difficult road to navigate, because now you're worried about UK markets, you're worried about China markets, because they're going to have access now. It's going to be a big cluster. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be beneficial. It's going to be bad. And I don't know if I want to be a part of it when that happens. We're going to see. So we got to try and get that capital before the 2030 agenda, so we can free ride it after the fact. Okay, 5% a year on 100 on a million is 50,000 a year. You're sitting pretty. Okay, you're sitting pretty. But here, just one last thing, the exponential calculator. I've shown this for a while in previous videos, but not lately. So you've got the small account. Let's say you got 10 grand. Average size account. I don't know, fucking whatever you call it. In the States, you need 25,000 to day trade. So let's go with that. You got 25K, so you can day trade. Okay, the rate of change, it says per year. Disregard, because there is no daily growth calculator. I haven't been able to find one. We're just going to pretend that says day. Pretend. Use your imagination. The rate of change, we're going to get, it's asking us percent, but we're going to go with $400. So 400 over 25,000 is 1.6%. Is it 0.16 or 1.6? I can put it in here. 25 4 days. Yeah, 1.6. Okay? So the math is mathing. 1.6%. That's 1 day. That's 2 days. Right? We would change the value here. So here's 1 day, 1.6%. We'll keep the 1.6%. We'll put it in ourselves. Okay, so that's 400 a day is 1.6%. And here we're going to delete that, right? You'll see 25,000. See, 25,000, 1.6, 1 day, 25.4. 1.6% a day, guys. We're not trying to topple Rome here. We're not trying to mow ass. 400 a day. Here's 2 days. 25,806. 400, 400. The second day you got 406. The third day should be around 26.2. 4,812. 26.2. 26.2. 19. You're going to see how this exponentially. Third day should be 26.6 something for the fourth day. 26,639. Fifth day, 2750, something like that. 2765. That's 1 week, guys. 1 week. That's 5 days in a week. Let's do 4 weeks of trading. So you've made $2,065 in 1 week. I'd say that's a good fucking week. Let's do the total before we go a bit further. $2,065 divided by 25,000 is about 10%. Right? Oh, sorry. 2,065 divided by 25,000, not 25. So you made 8.26%. 8.2%. 8.26% in a week. The bank right now will give you about 3% in a year. Fuck all. Okay? Now, let's go with 2 weeks. That'd be 10 days. 10 days, 2 weeks. 29,301. So now you've made $4,300. Let's go with 3 weeks. 31,700. You're up $6,700 in 3 weeks. This isn't even a month. Do you make that at your current job? Put it in the comments. Yes, I make more than that. Or no, I don't make more than that. Right? Here is 4 weeks. $34,400. Or sorry, $34,340. So you're up $14,000 in 4 weeks. Now, guys, 4 weeks isn't a month. Yes, it is. There's 4 weeks. No, a lot of months have 5 weeks. There's 52 weeks in a year. 52 weeks. So 52 weeks would be 200. I don't even think this is going to let us do 252 trading days, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to be like a billion or a trillion. It's not going to make sense. It's going to be crazy because exponential growth is crazy. Okay, so after 2, I thought it was going to be more. But so if you could do that, if you could do 1.6% of the whole account, right, which started out at 400 a day, that started at 400, and it grew as your account grew. Oh my God, I have to let this dog in. 1 second here. Okay, this video is hella long. Let's wrap this up. So you are at $1.365 million in 1 year. Not in 4 years, right? In 1 year. In 4 years. Now, obviously, 1.6% is not going to be 400 a day when your account has 750,000. 750,000 times 1.6% is 12 grand. You'll be making 12 grand in a day, okay? So let's use our brains a little. It's not exactly what I'm saying here. So I'm saying over 4 years. Like if you try to do this over 4 years, 1,008. You'd have $222 billion. You would be Warren Buffett. There's no way you're going to be able to pull this shit off in this market. They're just going to do something to F you and take your position. They'll just take your money because they can control the stock. If they saw a big position come in somewhere and they went, okay, all we got to do is tank this thing and we can take $1 million from this person, like they'll just do that. Or, if we pump this, that person's going to lose all his puts. You know what I'm saying? So This ain't realistic, but this is. 1.6% is extremely achievable. 1% a day, guys. Not even 2, right? I mean, 252, we can really claw it back and go to 1%. 1% a day for the whole year. As your account grows, you'll be able to sell more contracts. Again, keep in mind, we're selling them right now anyways, because it's a seller's market. We're selling them and at like 25, 30, 35, 40% out of the money. So AppLovin, you got to go from $300, from $298, you got to get all the way to $405, $410, and $425 overnight, or we're out and we're taking our money with us, right? Extremely low risk, okay? Low returns. I am completely happy to make $306,850 from $25,000 in a year, because as your account grows, you know what, maybe you can only write 10 contracts, and then you can write 11, and then 13, and then 16, and then if you want 20, 30, 40, 100, right? And they probably won't be able to be all at the same company either, or you'll have to spread them into different, strikes if you are playing the same nugget, the same company. But as your account grows, you're going to have access to make more money. Not so it is going to be you'll be 400, 500, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,500, 2,500. You know what I mean? Like it'll keep going up as the account grows. Yeah, I mean, dream big, guys. If you hate Trump, love him or hate him. He has a quote I've never forgotten, and it resonates, because he says, if I'm gonna bother dreaming, I will dream big. Right? Dream. If that's, to me, that is dreaming big. 300 grand is nothing to my sister's husband. He's a pilot. He makes that in a year. That's massive. That would change my life. 300 grand. It helped my dad out a lot. Not like he's bad off or anything, but I feel like I owe him, and he would deserve a kickback from that. And $1 million would definitely be great. And not only that, again, these are like safe minimums. If you literally increased your risk profile two times as much, so instead of 30, 26 to 40% downside, you went with like 18 to 28%, you're like rapidly increasing that if it goes in your favor, right? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that, but that could be you. Like I said, on AppLovin, you could have got $5 for an at the money put that you sold to somebody else. You could have got $5, and if you sold 10, that's $5,000. And tomorrow they're going to be worth nothing because the stock went up $17, right? You would have get to keep every penny of that $5. You had way more risk there, but you get to keep all of it. Versus me, who I'm only going to get 700 and change, right? Sorry, 1 second here. That's going to be on you, like exactly how much of your risk tolerance is. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that one day where it does go against you and you're extra leveraged, maybe because it was a 30 or 40% company, you're going to be like, shit, I got greedy. So hopefully you make enough along the way if you've been doing it at lower risk tolerances. Hopefully you've made enough on the way to cover your ass, but yeah, like if we doubled that, right? If we doubled the percent, it's not going to go to 600. It's going to go way higher because it's exponential, right? So if we doubled our risk from 1% to 2%, it's 12x'd. It 12x'd. 1% return every trading day, 252 trading days in a year. Oh, 250. There's 250 this year. Apologies. We lost 2 days somehow. 250 trading days. 1% a day. 300,000. Okay? 2% a day. $3.5 million this year. 1 year. This time next year. $3.5 million bucks. 25 grand trading day trading account. You're gonna need this to be able to. You're not gonna need this to do like you're gonna need this to do what I'm doing. You're not gonna need this to play what we're playing. Like if I say I'm selling puts on the trade desk, that means you can buy calls. You bought calls on trade desk. You're waking up to a really good day tomorrow. Right? You're waking up to an extremely good day tomorrow if you bought calls. It's just that simple. Stock pumped 17%. You're going to be making money tomorrow. Okay? So it's not out of the question for smaller accounts is what I'm trying to say. Apologies. But it's the way we're doing it, you're going to need a $25,000 account to do it. But even that right there, that kind of gets you thinking like, holy shit, this could be one of our best years in our life. My best trading year was 2 mil AMC, right? That's better than my best year. The government would be getting a fucking big paycheck if that was my. The government takes 56% of 50%. So 3.531693 divide 2 times 0.56. The government would get almost $1 million from me. Those fucking bastards. If we got 2% a day for a year. $1 million. Should that be the title of my video? How to pay your government $1 million of your capital gains for them doing fucking nothing and you assuming all the risk and doing all the work for a whole year, waking up and being up like some days 24 hours, and some fucking douche just gets $988,000 so they can go fly around in a private jet and tell you to eat bugs and don't own fucking anything and be happy and take jabs and wear fucking masks and watch what you say. And you should probably become a trans or some shit because we told you to diversify yourself or some fucking shit. Government, I've about had it over the last 6 years with government. I don't like them at all. They're all fucked. even the good guys are kind of fucked. Like Trump, man, these tariffs are not helping people. They are really hurting everyone who is not a millionaire. Man, what is? Do we even want to look at 3%? Do we even want to look at 3% a day? And we're betting way higher than that, by the way, right now. 40 mil. Again, this is so. Again, I'm gonna end this video here. It was like an hour and a half. The caveat here is this is also unrealistic because what's gonna happen is so the difference between day 249 and day 250, right? So at day 249 at 3% a day, you'd have 39.3 million. Okay, you'd have 39,300,000, right? And then what does it say you make by the next day? You would make so 39.3 million. You go from 40.5, call it, to 39.3. So you'd make 1.8 million overnight. You think you're going to be able to put? Do you think you're going to be able to put 39.3 million into the market without anybody fucking noticing on a gold nugget play? On a play that you're selling shit 30% of them. There's no fucking way. There's no way you can even be able to put 1 million in or 50K. Like whale alerts go out on like 25K, guys. 25K is not going to get you 25K in stock because you're getting 100 shares. It's going to allow you to buy 100 shares from 25K, right? 250 shares of something. But once you start getting into $1 million or $500,000, it's gonna be getting noticed, and then getting noticed is not good. You're opening yourself up to manipulation from hedge funds who have a lot of capital, who can manipulate, who can just change the price. They can't just change the price. Yeah, I mean, shit gaps up all the time, gaps down and gaps up. You'll just wake up and it's, a stock closed at 280, and then you wake up and it's 305. How did that happen? What happened? There was no trading. Just opened at 305. It's up $25, or the stock just dropped $10. What happened there? Do you know what I'm saying? That's them. They just have the power to just fucking press buttons and change the price magically. Buyers and sellers didn't change the price. The market wasn't open. They get special access to just do shit when the market's not even open. And you have to wait. If you get pre-market access, you still don't get the full benefit, because their after hours ends for the general public at, depending on who you're with, at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern, and it does not open until 2 a.m. Eastern. Sorry, 4 a.m. Eastern. So from 8 p.m. till 4, they just can do whatever they want and manipulate anything to whatever price they want. And then you can't get in. And then just because the pre-market is open, if your broker doesn't allow you to trade it, you don't get to trade it. I don't have access until 7 a.m. Eastern. Markets open at 9:30. Like the market's open, but the pre-market opens at 4. So for 3 hours, I'm still not able to participate, where others are now beginning to participate. This is one of the major flaws and problems in the market. It is not a fair game, because we don't all have the same permissions and the same abilities to do things. And again, even this $25,000, they're limiting people's permissions. They're limiting what they can do. They're putting a pay gate on it. Oh, you don't have 25 grand? I guess you don't get to sell puts, sell calls, use margin, day trade. You can't. Oh, you have only 1,000. Well, you can't day trade. What the fuck does that matter? What does that even matter? That'd be like going to a store, just a store, and saying, well, you can't buy milk today because you don't have $25,000 in your bank account. And we only let people with $25,000 buy milk whenever they want. You only get to buy milk 3 times. I don't know, what is it in the US, in a month or in a week? I don't know if you're under 25,000. I don't know how many. What's the trading restrictions? Trading restrictions under 25,000. This dog. Okay, here it is. If your margin account has 25K, you can generally execute 4 or fewer day trades within 5 days. You may be restricted. And I believe that counts selling. So if you were to buy, that's 1 trade. And then sell, that's 2 trades. You've done 2 trades. You bought stock from someone and you sold stock to someone. That's 2 trades. So you get essentially 2 trades. If you're under, like, what is that? How is that a fair game, a fair playing field for anybody that wants to participate in the markets? To me, that's insane. I don't know. That doesn't help anybody or protect it. That's fucked up. That's just limiting how much impact retail has against these big manipulators. Because if they allowed us all to manipulate just as much as them, we could make a GameStop happen every fucking day. That's what they're really worried about. They don't want 10 million retail people finding a stock that's been shorted, pumping the shit out of it to force liquidation on them, selling, and then doing it again the next day. 5 days a week. They'd be living in terror. They'd be panicking. And even good companies you could fuck around, because it would just be 10 million people with 1,000. Some people might have 500,000 in their account, but it's 10 million people just actively working together to do essentially what they do, manipulate and alter the markets to their benefit. They don't want that. So that's the only reason I could see that they have this. There's no positive aspect of that other than limit the damage that we could do to them potentially. So let's focus. If you're not up there, if you're not here, first and foremost, what you got to do, start selling shit. You got things lying around your house. You got old collectibles, whatever, bikes you don't use, ski equipment you don't use, a furniture you don't use. I'm not joking here. Sell that shit. Sell stuff that you don't really need. Go more minimalist. It's exactly what I did on AMC, and it paid out in a big fucking way. I never looked at it like, was it $80? And I was like, that's 10 shares at $8. And then it went to $24. So that $80 turned into $240, right? Or whatever it was. And then it turned into fucking $72 a share. Do you know what I'm saying? What you don't need is shit in your basement that you don't use, or in your closet, or laying around the house. What you need is money, and you needed to be able to capitalize on your account. Take a weekend job if you have to, if you need to. Fucking do what you got to do to get to $25,000. Whether that is hard or not, maybe that's going to be real hard for you. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you already have a job, so you have a job, family, you're older, you get tired and shit. It doesn't matter. You'll have to grind. Maybe you have to grind. You got to get to that 25K. Then we can really get to work. And you can do that with your trading as well, right? You got to get 2 sweet trades a week because you're only getting 2 trades according to this. If I'm wrong and that means you get 4, okay, you get 4, cool, even better. That is better. That means you could get 1 a day for 4 days. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're grinding that second job. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, grind some second job. I don't literally go fucking work at a Subway. Go work where you know. You think there's no jobs? Go wash dishes. $15 an hour adds up real quick. Mow lawns. I don't care if you're 40. Go fucking do anything. Do anything. Find a skill. Something you're good at. You'll make way more money doing that. Find a skill, do that. Okay? Do something. Anything. Get yourself to that 25K. Get on this strategy. Get on this plan. We're going to make it happen. It's happening. I'm dropping a 1 hour and 37-minute video, and people may watch 5 minutes, and they're going to miss maybe something that could change their life. If you made it the whole way through, I'm done. If you made it the whole way through, please comment below one of a few things. What are your thoughts on this $400 to $1,000? Are you in my Discord? If you're in there, can you let people know? Is it legit? Is it not legit? Have you made money in the last 2 weeks on Reddit, Starbucks, Webull, Palantir, Upstart, Webull again because we hit it twice, AppLovin, or will you make money on the trade desk? Please comment that. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, looks like they're updating the server, so my timing is perfect because it's kicking me off so they can do their nightly maintenance or whatever the hell. They've been making all these changes and shit. I'm going to guess tomorrow I'm going to come and I'm going to have to redo all my charts and shit because they keep messing with it. I appreciate you guys. I really hope some of you get in the Discord that aren't in because you're missing out at this point. There's nothing more to it. Free.